Hi friends, it's Mrs. Lamb and I'm being joined by
Mr. Lamb. We had to start the video, that's why I was late.
So today we're talking about tax and tips. Alright, let's move on to our next screen and I'll go over the learning target. I can solve practical problems on sales tax and tip. I think I forgot the word on there.
I think there's a word on right there. Can you see it?
Sales tax and tips. And practical problems, as you turn to the next screen, they always come in practical problems. That's the only way we get problems like tax and tip.
Well, so the first thing you have to understand is what's the difference between
permission to write? Yep.
Between a sales tax and a tip. Well, sales tax you give to the government, right? The government says for everything you sell, you have to give us 4% or 5% or whatever. So it's added to your bill. It happens when you go to the store to buy anything, okay? So that's added to your bill. Now a tip is something you give to the person that waited on you because they did a good job, okay? And that's also added to your bill. But that can kind of be on a sliding scale of like some people give 15%, some people give 20%, depending on the service that was provided to you. So the difference is one goes to the government, the other one goes to the server or the person that waited on you, okay? They provided a service for you, but they're both added to your bill.
And they're both usually calculated based on a percentage.
Yes.
And sometimes the thing with the tip, that's a little bit different, but for sure people like...
But for the sake of what we're doing today, it's always going to be a percentage.
It's going to be a percentage. Okay, let's go to the first one and I'll be happy to do that one. Alicia bought a tablet for $139.99 and paid 4.5% sales tax. How much did she have to pay the store? So we know that we've got two numbers that we're working with. We're working with what she paid, what she bought, $139.99. And to get the percent of a number, we're going to multiply by 4.5%. Now, I'm going to go over here real quick and go 4.5%, which is out of 100. And I remember as a decimal, that's move it 2 places to the left. So I'm going to have that number as my, that goes here for the sales tax, okay? Because I'm going to do this all on the calculator, but I need to know what number decimal-wise. So $139.99 times 0.045, and this is only going to give us the tax. We still have another step. Go.
So the tax is $6.30.
Okay, now was that rounded? Or
I had to round that because actually what the calculator said was this.
Yes. But our number says, oh goodness gracious.
Yeah, so that...
Our number system only goes to the penny.
Remember, we're talking money here.
Yeah.
So money only goes to the penny. So when I looked here, I decided, I didn't decide, whoever decided the rules for rounding decided, that would become 6.30.
Yeah, so we should always have to the penny right here. Now, that's great, that's the tax, but that's not what they pay. They pay $139.99 plus $6.30. Can you do the magic math?
I can.
And the answer is?
Give me a second. $146.29.
29 cents. Now this would be a final answer.
Ooh, can I show them the trick?
But I was gonna say.
Okay, go ahead.
You can go ahead.
Okay, now
we're both gonna.
This is a two-step process, right? She figured out how much money, and then she figured out the tax was, and then she figured out how much her total was. You could do that actually in one step.
Yes.
Because instead of multiplying by 0.045, you could have taken 139.99 and multiplied it by, we want to include the 139.99, right? So that's, if I times it by 1, I would get 139.99.
And
0.045. And now when I do that,
and I'm sure we're going to have to round it, so I'll write it up here.
99 times 1.045 gives me $146. 289.
289, which of course, round here, that would round up
and we end up with the exact same number. But look, it's in a single step.
Now, you might think to yourself, well, why didn't you just explain that the first time, Miss Lamb?
Well, because it depends on what they ask you, right?
Why are you trying to show us the hard way? Because sometimes the question is how much tax do they pay? And sometimes the question is how much total did they pay?
And you really have to be careful when you're doing a problem like this to read the question carefully. You might want to read it twice.
Yes.
Right? Because if it said how much tax did they pay, you would need to know how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
If they said what was the total you paid, this is a shortcut for doing the same thing.
Just that one right there.
Okay.
All right, next one. Let's go see what we've got next.
So here, let me get the pen again.
Okay.
And I like that black shows up well, so I guess we're going to use that. Okay, so Hunter took his sister out to eat for her birthday, and the meal cost $78.25. He decided the waiter did such a good job that he wanted to tip him 15%. What was the total cost of the meal? Again, you really got to pay attention to what the question's asking. So give me the price of the meal.
The price of the meal.
And here's the tip.
And in questions like this, we can't let you decide what the tip is. Because everybody does have a choice, and you know that from going out to dinner with your own family. But
Okay, so what was the total cost?
Could you use the shortcut on this one?
You definitely could.
Ooh, let's
Because we could use $78.25.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, Mrs. Lane. You can play the calculator person.
Okay, 0.25.
Okay, so now times, and remember we always multiply by 1 to take care of the $78.25.
What would 15% look like?
Well, 15% would be like 0.015, right? Because again, here's our decimal point, right? And we move it twice.
Left to left.
So 0.15 equals.
Ooh, let's write it up there. We're gonna do some rounding. 89.9875. Now we have to round to the nearest penny.
Well, again, this is America, and we only use money out to the penny.
Okay.
So I guess we would look here and we would say, okay, we're going to round this to 89.99.
So that's what the answer
And even
to
though
this.
everybody in America would probably just leave $90, that wouldn't answer the question correctly.
Right, because we want to know exactly 15%.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm next.
Yes, you
What
are.
do I have? Kenley. Kenley wants to get a special haircut for the first dance of the year. Aww, Kenley.
Oh,
She
don't
went
you
to
miss
her
dances?
mom's stylist, and her mom paid $56 for the haircut. I'm gonna go with that right away.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I just saw it and I don't want to lose it because it's a lot of words up here. Her mom insisted that Kenley pay the tip. Oh, I think that's important. Kenley pay the tip at the rate of 20% from Kenley's own money. Oh, let me think about this. So Kenley's going to a dance. She really wants it. Mom says, I'll pay for the haircut.
You probably knows she can't afford a $56 haircut.
But you have to pay the tip. Okay, so I got that.
So Kelly's mom's taking care of this.
What did it cost her? And I'm thinking that her must be Kenley.
Yep.
To pay for the tip. So now I only, that's good to know. I only need to know the tip. So I gotta start with my $56. I'm going to times it by 20%. Well, 20 out of 100 is the same as 0 and 20 hundredths.
Yep.
So I'm gonna times it by 0.20. And the only thing I'm gonna get is the tip. It's the only thing I'm gonna get. Do I have any rounding?
Nope.
Good, what do I got?
$11.20.
Wow. So Kenley got to get all snazzied up for her first dance.
For only $11.20 because Mom was really nice.
Really nice
She
doing
picked
that.
up the $56.
Yep. All right, so that's an example when you only need the tip, not the total.
Do we have another one?
Yes, we do.
Oh, we do. Okay.
My turn with that.
Your turn with the calculator.
Ooh.
Let me.
This is up your aisle with the car dealership.
Ooh, okay. So Marco bought a specialty item at the car dealership for $425.95. That's an expensive little deal.
Ooh.
It had to pay 8.5% in sales
I
tax.
bet that's a specialty item.
How
because
much
they
did he
to
have to
get it.
pay the dealership? So he had to pay the dealership. So this is total.
Alright, so you.
So I'm going to use the little shortcut method. So I'm going to do 425.95
425.95
times.
times 1.
And now
because
let's
you have to
see.
pay for
Ooh.
that.
This already got a decimal point, so
I
this is a
know.
little weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my decimal point, but that's a percent sign, and I know that if I have a percent sign, I gotta move this baby twice.
2 times to the left, to the
To
left.
the left, to the left, all that stuff that you guys do. Okay, so times 0.0.
I thought we were
Ooh,
gonna.
you're right, I was gonna use the shortcut, wasn't I? Ooh, I think I can do this.
Yes.
Yes.
I like that.
See the board bounce? Boom, 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 boom. So 1 to take care of the 425.95, and then 0.85. So,
Something's not really a shortcut if you know why you're using it, right though?
not really, you just know how to use it.
Yeah. So, yeah, alright. So let me hit equals. Alright, this is a big number, so write it over here.
Oh,
We're gonna have
here
to
we go.
rounding rules. 462.15575.
You know what? I don't care about those other
You
numbers.
don't really?
Because
Yeah.
really, that's my pennies. So I'm gonna look next door. That's a 5 or higher, and one more. So this is gonna become 462.16. So how much do I have to pay that dealership? $462.16, and I'm not tipping them.
Nope, no tip for that. Now, the one thing you do have to remember is that even though that looks like such a tiny thing, rounding, it's a difference in a correct answer and an incorrect
Well,
answer.
it's also the difference in, like, for the dealership, you know,
Yeah.
they have to balance their books, and so they know the sales tax is 8.5%. The government knows the sales tax is 8.5%, and they want every penny.
And while 1 penny for one person doesn't seem a lot, as you go through all the people that buy things, it starts to add up. So please be aware those rounding rules are really important. Difference between right and wrong. Alright, confused at all? Watch the next video. And if not, go ahead and get started on that practice. From both of us, see you on the flip side.